Hello my dear friends, today I want to discuss with you a very interesting topic, and the topic is direct communication with God. Of course, many people believe that it's completely possible to directly communicate with God, but actually when we look up information about it in the Bible, we can see that in God's word it's written that always when some people were communicating directly with God, they were leaders of God's chosen people, for example leaders of Israel, or they were prophets, and they were calling people to return to God. So we can come to a conclusion that there is no direct communication, because only people who directly communicated with God, they were prophets, leaders, for example like Moses, or maybe patriarchs like Abraham, and so on. For example, maybe some kings like David, and so on. But what about ordinary people? Of course, they were praying, and sometimes God was communicating with them through angels. But generally speaking, communication was like this. God himself was communicating with prophets, and prophets were telling the people God's will, what to correct, and so on and so forth. And this was the way people were communicating with God. So using so-called, we can call them middleman, whatever. But it was like this. We cannot say that it was something in other way, generally speaking. Today, when we are talking about these middlemen, today we have Jesus Christ. He is direct path to God. Of course, we can pray to him, but when we are talking about real communication, real revelations, Jesus Christ has created the church, and the church is his body, and we cannot communicate with God without being part of the church. And of course, the most important question is power.